Hi, you guys. Welcome to our In Search of You book launching party virtually, as you can see, since I couldn't get everybody in the same room. So, again, welcome. This music is not mine. Okay, I do not own the rights to this music. I love jazz music, and what better way to do it? Just in case, here you go. Celebration of my new book, In Search of You, and the workbook. All right. Yes. I am so happy that I finally did it. You guys have no idea how long it took me to get these books out. Okay. First of all, I'm going to turn this down a little bit. I'm going to let it play all the way through, but I'm going to kind of turn it down just a little bit. Okay. Let me do something here. Let me make sure I'm up. Okay. Well, again, I want to welcome you guys to our virtual book launching party for my new book, In Search of You, and the workbook that goes with it. So I guess I need to kind of tell you guys a little bit about me, and then we'll talk about the book. Okay. I've been on Facebook. I've been on YouTube for a long time. I think I opened up my YouTube channel in 2009. I started Blog Talk, got to be back in, 08, 05. So that's really where I kind of started talking about these type of issues. I've had all kind of guests on that show. And I just started it out the blue. I don't know why I wanted to do radio, because that was not where I was going with this. And then prior to that, I started this series called Handling Your Business series. Actually, it was It was like the Ebonic, I guess I want to say, type way, handling your business. And I was kind of dedicating it to Black women of color, to show them how, to give them that cheerleading, that motivation, and how to start their own business. And I don't know why I don't know where that came from. But anyway, so I wrote a book about it, and I got a journal for it, and I did a yearly planner. I created the yearly planner for it. And my issue was that I didn't push my books like I should have. I didn't promote them like I should. I didn't do book signings. I was really kind of green in that department. I just knew I needed to write something, and I needed something I could give to women of color. But I never did the pushing. I never motivated myself. I never did none of that. I didn't do any of that. And I don't know. I mean, I didn't motivate myself. I just didn't promote what I was doing. I didn't promote it at all. And I think I hurt myself because I didn't do it. And because of that, as you can see, I never did. And then I wrote a book in that whole series was called How Does Your Garden Grow? Which I'm in the process of revising that book. And I'm excited about it. At the same time, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm hoping it works out. Well, anyway, so I started writing fiction books. I wrote a couple of fiction books. I wrote about 5 or 6 fiction books dealing with love, romance, mystery, the whole 9 yards. And then something told me, why don't you go back into writing things in the way to help women, motivate them more. Go back to that same where you originally, because that's where you started at. So go back to your original, where you started from. And that's when I came up with In Search of You, thinking about all the things that we go through as women of color. We get this mindset that people think that we're these people who we're these people who are so strong, nothing goes wrong in our life, nothing happens to us. No, but in reality, we suffer a lot. We really suffer a lot with that. Let's see. Let me see. Sorry. Okay. I'm sorry, I was trying to do something. Okay. I'll just go ahead and leave that there. Okay, I'm sorry. I was checking on something. So, as you can see, I'm already start sweating, you guys. You can tell. Look. First of all, let me say something. I'm of legal age. I can drink. And it's in celebration of something. I just thought the need to get back into writing something original, something that was nonfiction, something I didn't have to use my imagination on, that I could literally actually, do something with it. So that's when I thought about all the things that I had been going through in my life, the changing, different people coming in and out of your life, and how do you handle those people? How do you do things that would help other people? So that's why I went back to my original original thing was to write about something that we deal with. And now it's more prevalent now than it was back then, even though we were struggling then. But you think that things would change. You think we would evolve and we would go forward. There's a lot of success that African American women have had. But just because they've had those successes doesn't mean that they didn't need anybody to actually motivate them, get them ready. All of that had to be done. Believe it or not, you guys, let me tell you something. Before I go further into that, I actually had a spread. I put it on the Facebook page. You Can't Clip My Wings Facebook page. So I actually did my own little spread, even though you guys can't enjoy the food with me. There's chicken wings, shrimp, a vegetable, not a vegetable tray, a meat tray, a lunch meat tray, some cupcakes, some chips, some cookies, and I actually have another cake. I didn't put the cake out, but there's cake and also my wine that I wanted to use to celebrate this. I think this is so awesome, you guys. So anyway, so I just wanted to kind of tell you that. But anyway, going back to the ideal, and I just thought it was time for us to do it again. We need to continue to try to see where we're at as women and what can we help, how can we help each other? We deal with so many different difficulties. We deal with people, pettiness. We deal with people not liking us, not accepting us, and you're too dark, you're too light-skinned, you're too this, you're too fat, your breasts are too big, they're too small. No, we deal with all the societal things about us, the outside, when people don't even talk about what we go through on a daily basis in the inside. We get up in the morning, and especially when you're dealing with going to work, and you're trying to make sure you fit in with everybody, when in reality, we don't have to fit in. We don't have to fit in. We just need to live our lives. We need to do what we need to do for ourselves and not worry about what anybody else thinks about us. And that's something we find ourselves not doing a lot of, because society has painted this picture of us. If they're not saying we're angry, they just have a lot of negative things that they say about us. And it's crazy that they do, but they do. They literally have a lot of negative things to say about us. So how do we fix that? How do we start loving ourselves first? Don't care about what nobody else says about us. How do we love ourselves first? And because of that, now I'm telling you, I'm a woman. I'm a Black woman, as you can see. And don't think I don't struggle. I don't even want to say I'm a strong woman. I don't even want to put that in there, because I have my times when I'm not happy. I have my times when I'm angry. I have my times when I need to cry. And you guys, I'm just like pouring my heart out, guys, right now. And I know that's crazy, but I do. I'm sorry, but I do. And let's see something here. I know there's something else I didn't do. Let's see. Okay. Oh, shoot. Okay. Let's see. Oh, I forgot to do that. Look, I'm learning. I'm learning how to do all this. I didn't prepare myself to do all that. But anyway, like I was saying, so, I'm just like any other Black woman. There's nothing different about me. And I don't try to be extraordinary or better. I think there's parts of me that are unique, but I don't think I'm no better than the next one. And I guess because society has made us feel so self-conscious about who we are, that we get so caught up in it. We got people telling us how we should wear our hair, who hair we should wear, what type of makeup we should wear, what kind of clothes we should wear. Oh, you shouldn't wear that. And we got this on a daily basis running through our heads all the time, all through the day. So before we leave the house, we have to check ourselves. We got to make sure we look like they want us to look, not like what we want to look. There's days when you think about getting up to go out somewhere. I'm not saying go out looking raggedy and stinky or anything like that. I'm saying what's presentable to you, what makes you look good, and that's what you want to feel. If you feel like putting on a pair plaid pants with a polka dot shirt, if they match and they look cute, wear it. It's you. Or if you feel like putting on some lime green pants with a purple shirt, or wait a minute, not lime green pants, a lime green pants, and let's say a lime construction orange, that's the color, shirt, and you want to wear that. It's whatever you want, and we've got to stop trying to always fit in with everybody else. We've got to stop that. We got to realize who we are. And when we realize who we are, you don't get so caught up in that. And it's a struggle. It's an everyday struggle. And that's something we as women don't talk about with our men. We don't talk about that with our intimate partners. A lot of us don't, because we're putting on this facade that we can deal with everything. And anything you throw at me, I can do it. I don't care what you say. I can do it. You might not be able to do it, but I can do it. And it's not true, because we crumble inside when we're by ourselves. We cry when we're by ourselves. We're trying to still understand. We're trying to figure out why these things are not working right in our lives, why people don't want to accept us. And then when you start worrying about trying to be validated instead of valued in your life, that's what you get. You really do. That's the end result of you being upset, mad, feeling like you should be better up here than where you at down here. All these things start happening to us, start making our minds go and start getting us to do. And reality is, it's really not that serious. It really isn't. But we don't understand that it's not that serious. We really don't. We truly, really don't understand that it's that serious. Okay, so saying that, getting that out the way, I want you guys to feel good about yourselves. I want you to love yourself, hug yourself every now and then. One of my meditations I do, it's so funny. I talk about, when it finishes, like it's a guided meditation. So, and it tells you to hug yourself at the end. Value yourself, feel valuable to yourself, if nothing else. And I find myself doing it now just out of habit, just hugging myself, because I need that. If nobody else wants to hug you, get near you, whatever, you hug yourself. One thing about it, you won't get COVID. You won't give yourself COVID. But anyway, so back to the book. But before we go to the book, I was looking for some people to come on, because I literally want for you guys to truly, truly win some prizes. I have 3 prizes I want to give away. Okay. Let me let them know. We are giving, I just want to make sure, away prizes. The okay. I guess I should have said that, huh? I didn't say that at all. Okay. Oh. It says it has expired, but it's on live. I don't know what happened. No. Okay. I don't know what happened. No wonder you guys can't see me because it's saying it expired, but it didn't. Okay. Let's see. You are live. It says you are live. Okay. Let me view it on Facebook. Let me see. Okay. Just want to make sure we're there. There we go. Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure. I didn't see it, so I guess it did that on my. There we go. Okay, you guys, I was just checking. I had to check and see. Okay, so I wanted to make sure I was there. Okay, so I need to go back over here. Got to make sure everybody has me. Let's see if you want. I want to make sure I got everything going here. I apologize. I was deep into it and didn't realize I had to do this. Let's see. Here. There we go. Okay. I apologize. I was deep into it and didn't realize I had to do this. Let's see. Okay. There we go. Okay. I apologize. I was deep into it and didn't realize I had to do this. Okay. Let's see. Now I need to turn this down. Okay. Let's see here. Let's see. Let me push it back up again because I want you guys to hear it. Let's see here. Now I'm gonna come out of here. Okay. All right. I had to check. I had to make sure, you guys. I definitely had to make sure I was still there. Anyway, so as you can see, I on the Facebook page, I actually put the food that I set out for myself in my book. Okay. And also I wanted to talk to you real quick. And we're going to get into the book in just a few minutes because I want to ask some questions and I want you guys to definitely answer me. Okay, let's go over here. I didn't say hello, which I should have. Okay. Anyway, so let's see. Let's see. Okay. 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 And come out of there too. Okay. So, so I want to get back. I want to talk. Okay. First of all, I want to show you something. I don't know if you guys can see my earrings. You see my earrings? Okay. I made these. Okay. I love my earrings. Can you see those? Let me see if you can see those. See? Yeah. And then I made the necklace to go with it. I got a couple little skills I could do. And I used, let's see, put it in the middle. So I made my red, black. It's got a little gold and silver in it. Okay? Just want to show y'all that. That's little things I could do. When I get bored, I pull out all my beads, my 11 boxes of beads, and my other utensils and stuff that I use, which I already did a video on my earring stuff already. And I do that. So I thought I would look like kind of cute on this day since it's my day, my book launching day. I got to take another drink. My lipstick, it's already off. Golly. That's what I get for buying that cheap lipstick. Anyway, so again, if you don't know, this is our launch party, a virtual book launch party for our new book called In Search of You that I wrote, which is a guide to finding your self-worth after a life-changing event. Okay? You can find us on Amazon in search of you under Salida B. McCall. And let me show you my books again. This is the books. This is the book itself. No, that's the workbook. And this is the book. Okay. I can't wait to do like little webinars about them. I cannot wait to do that. I want to go through a little bit in here. Some of the things I want to talk about in here. I did kind of an excerpt on one of my other videos. I read something in here. If you want an autograph copy, please let me know. I don't mind doing it. Okay. I basically just wrote a whole bunch of stuff down. No, I'm just kidding. I actually thought, I actually kind of thought through what I wanted to say in the book. Really, I did. And I wanted to make sure that I was definitely targeting women of color. It was so important that I was definitely targeting women of color in my destination of doing this. And one of the things I said, and this is like at the end of what I said earlier, okay, from the author, I basically said, for the reason I wrote this book was to help myself and others to really look within and find our self-worth again. In today's society, we have many ways that we can ignore how we are treated by others and how we treat ourselves. We get caught in a cycle of self-mental and emotional abuse, and we accept it. Many times we are alone in our situations. We are stigmatized because we are not tough, and we are constantly told to just suck it up and move on. We are told we have to be tough, even when we cry ourselves to sleep. We are depressed. We secretly want to just run away. We even think about suicide. But I do believe that with some help from starting with ourselves, we can do some healing. Not all, but some has to begin with us. We have to recognize that there are ways we can help ourselves first. And I said, no matter the tragedies that put us in this state of mental and emotional downturn, we have to give ourselves a chance to get a grip on our reality and recognize how important it is for us to put us first. I hope this book can be an inspiration to someone. Okay? So I kind of went on, and I really thought that was important to get that out. I didn't realize I had wrote that, you guys. Really? No, I'm just kidding. I also said in the introduction, I said this book was written out of necessity for not only myself, but for others who feel as though we need to re-examine our self-worth. According to site positivepsychology.com, self-worth is the core of our very selves. Our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors are intimately tied into how we view our worthiness and value as human beings. In this book, we will explore some of the ways we can use to reach our understanding of how we handle our self-worth when a life-changing event takes place. All right. So, and then I'm gonna probably, sorry you guys, I had to do something that I didn't do. Okay, forgot to record it. But anyway, so that's what the introduction says. And okay, excuse me. Golly, my nose is itching. I don't know what it is. Maybe I need another drink. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, so let's kind of delve into the book a little bit. Something you can actually probably can grasp in here. And, you know, maybe you want to really want to look into. Let's see here. What would be good to talk to you guys about? Because sometimes, when you start thinking about what you want and you exclude everybody out of that by not worrying about, okay, if I do this for myself, who else is going to be worried about me not doing it for them? And because we're loving, we're caring, we're that support system. Lots of us are very good at supporting other people, but we're not good at supporting ourselves. So it's very, very important that we do. Now, there's one part in here that's called how do we treat ourselves and how we allow others to treat us. Now, these are very important questions, okay? This can measure how we can stop the negativity that sometimes comes into our heads and lead doubt and uncertainty. If you're a person that is hard on yourself, you actually do not allow yourself to find better ways to accept ourselves, okay? If you feel unworthy of compliments or people spending time with you or just anything good that comes to you for you, these are ways that you treat yourself. You feel unworthy of compliments or people spending time with you or just anything good that comes to you or for you. This is how we treat ourselves. You truly love yourself from the inside out. You have to, okay? All your imperfections, you have to love your hesitation in conversation, your shyness, your constant twirling of your fingers, your tugging at your hair. These are the things that we do. This is how you accept everything about yourself. Maybe there are things you sometimes change, but first you have to recognize them and accept them. Don't be angry at yourself because you are not like others. It's important to know that you are unique in what you're doing. If you always put yourself down in front of others, this will signify to others that you are comfortable with being diminished. Some people won't recognize your battle of emotions inside you. They will react to you and your feelings. Once you change your view of yourself and others see that you change, they will treat you how you treat yourself. We all have some shortcomings and flaws that will either see as something negative or something unique. It's up to you how you see yourself and how you allow others to view you. Okay? Understand that. Okay? So, that was something I thought was very interesting to talk about. Now that we talked about that, let's go over to the workbook. And as you can see, now can I tell you a little story about the workbook? The cover, let me tell you a little bit about the covers, okay? This cover, even though it looks plain, I actually took this picture, okay? This is one of my pictures I took of the sky. And I don't know if you can see the same colors, but it's got like an orange, a pink in it. And then it's dark down here. And this is literally the sky. This is how it looked when I took the picture. So it's no different. Now, this right here, this lovely woman right here, and I think you guys probably seen this on my page before. It's coming out. Nope, green screen right here. Okay, anyway. This young lady right here is my oldest sister. Okay, this is actually my older sister. And I picked her and I picked this picture because it's a picture of her. Like, to me, what she's symbolizing to me is, look at me. Yeah, I did it. I've been through it. I know where I'm at now. I wasn't there before, but I know where I'm at now. That's what I get out of this picture. And I told her about it. and she laughed. But this is what I get out when I look at her. I see that in her facial expression. Yeah, I'm here. I've been through some stuff. My sister um, is in remission of cancer. Um, and she's a tough lady. She's a very tough lady, and we laugh about a lot of crazy stuff. Actually, like when we grew up, and we talk about a lot of stuff. A lot of my memories I have to get from her when we were young, because a lot of things I can't remember anymore. But this lady right here has always, we've been, I mean, it's weird because when my mom had her, she had her on the 15th of February, and she had me on the 16th of February. So we got the same type of personalities to a certain extent. She's more, she's a tough lady, but she's more of a, how can I say that? She's more of a, I think she's more tolerant than I am. My patience is not there. She's more tolerant than I am. And I guess I think about all that she's been through in her life, that maybe that's where the tolerance comes from. But I'm a person where I snap up real quick. Now, if you get her mad enough, she'll go there. But overall, she's a very sweet lady. She's very sweet, and she's very funny. She has me laughing all the time. Yeah, this is. I have three other sisters, but I'm more closer to her. And when I took that picture of her, I knew that picture. I said, I got to do something with this picture. And actually, in here, some more pictures of her in here too. But I had to do something with this picture, and I was like, I know what? She would be a perfect revenants for this book, In Search of You. And because of what she's been through in her life, it kind of resonates on her too, and I thought it would be good to put her on the front cover. Now, let's see what we were talking about here. I just wanted to let you guys, and I want to show you some more pictures in here too. But I want to go in here and, okay, let's see. I want to see something with you guys. Here we go. Oh, so I'm going to show you some more pictures, and these are pictures I actually took. And I'm so glad that I don't have to pay no stock footage or anything, because I have plenty of my own creations. I actually did this picture too. I took this picture, I think we were in Las Vegas. I took that picture. Let's see. And then I'm going to ask you a question. I just want to show you guys this real quick. This is a beautiful picture of her. I love that picture of her. You guys like that? I love that picture of her. I don't know. This is when we were on the beach in, I think, South Carolina. We went down and drove to South Carolina from Georgia, and we had a wonderful time. That now when I want to travel, that's where I travel. There's a story where we got caught in, stopped in Canada. We were on our way to New York. And at the time, we hadn't been home in over 35 years. And we just so happened got stuck in Canada. Whichever the way the GPS took us, it didn't take us the way we thought it was supposed to. So we wind up in Canada. We had to go, across the border, and they let us sit there. They thought we were so funny. Oh my God, they were laughing at us because we were clowning so hard. And then finally they let us go. So we wind up getting into New York. But anyway, this is another picture I took of her. And that picture right there, and it's wonderful because it says, be boisterous, be bold, and stand your ground. That's one of the chapters in here. And I thought that look she got on her face was like, okay, all right. So I thought I would capture that, and I thought that was so fun. And let's see. This picture right here is actually a picture, I think that's at Galveston. I think this is Galveston, Texas. My husband goes to Texas for his treatment. And we just so happened stopped at the beach and took that one. And then I'm basically going through the whole book on you guys, huh? This is another picture that's in the book that I took. That's in the same place, Galveston. I just got a close up of it, and I took that picture. And we'll talk about that. Oh, it's another picture I'm missing, you guys, that I took in here of her. I know it's another. Oh, ooh, excuse me, my nose is itching. And this is another picture of her that I took. I thought it was. I love the way the shadows hit her face. To me, that was like right on time. I love that. And that in itself. So this book, I'm like so excited. So let's ask a couple of questions in here real quick. Let's see. Hold up. Let's see here. Okay. Here we go. Okay. There we go. Okay, now I went crazy. Okay. Never mind. Let me come out of here. There we go. No, it's I don't know why it's acting funky, but it is on Facebook for some reason. My Facebook page is acting funky. But anyway, so let's talk about some things. Let me see. Let me see. Okay. 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 Anyway, so let's talk about some. Oh, you know what? I never read the back of this book. It says this workbook was designed to assist you in identifying who you are and gives you the opportunity to examine your purpose. It also provides you ways to maintain yourself with situations when situations become difficult. Now, what I want to tell you about this book, what I would like for you guys to do when you purchase this book, please do this. Buy an erasable pen, okay? Because when you fill this out, and if you feel the need to change something in here, you can do it, okay? And I think that it's not going to, I mean, you can change whatever you're saying in here. Okay, so let's do this. I'm gonna give you 9 sentences I want you to complete, okay? There's 9 sentences in here. Number one sentence is, I am a blank person. Number 2 is, I believe. Number 3 is, I will no longer. Number 4 is, there is times in my life where Number 5, I can't survive without. Number 6 is, I cry when. Number 7, I smile when whatever you do. When I feel bad about myself, I do what? The last one, I'm sorry, that was number 8. Number 9 was, my ultimate happiness is what? So let's go back, and I'm going to I am a blank person. I am a unique person. Okay, I'll use that. Okay. I believe that I can do better for myself. That's what I say. Number 3, I will no longer doubt my ability. Okay. Number 4, there's times in my life where I feel let me say that again. There are times in my life where I feel unwanted. Okay. Number 5, I can't survive without meditation. Okay. Number 6, I cry when I feel as though I failed. Okay. Number 7, I smile when I have helped someone else. Number 8, when I feel bad about myself, I look at my accomplishments. Okay. My ultimate happiness is, what is my ultimate happiness? Is to live a life of comfort and stability. Okay. So I answered the 9 questions, the fill in the blank questions. Now, the 3 R's, we didn't talk about the 3 R's, but this comes from the 3 R's in the book. Name some adjectives that describes you. Number 2, what steps would you take to restore your self-worth? What would you do to restore your self-worth? Okay. Number 3, what are some resolutions you would need to find your self-worth? The first one is, what steps would you take? And the second one is, what resolutions would you take? Okay, to find your self-worth. How would you change some of the negative attributes about yourself? Okay, so if I find negative attributes about myself, let's say, let's think about some of the negative things I think about myself. Sometimes I think I'm too loud. I don't think that's negative. I think that's more of, I don't say that's negative, because sometimes you have to be loud. Oh, I know what, doubting myself. Not using my full potential of who I am. Those are the things that, would I change those in me? Yes, I would. How tough are you? How tough do you think you are? Do you think you're really tough, or do you think you're not tough at all? How tough are you? And can you describe that? Can you use let's see, what other word would you use to say how tough you are? How would you describe your toughness? How would you describe your toughness? Think about that. How would I describe my toughness? A brick wall? That's how I would, yeah. And another question I should have asked is, when do you feel that you're tough? You know, when is it that you feel that you're tough? And when do you need to be tough? Okay, do you need to be tough all the time? Do you need to walk around with your chest puffed out and a mean growl look on your face? Do you need to be tough? Or can you be tough and be soft and tough? You don't have to look mean. You don't even have to change your expression. You can be tough through the words you use, you know? And sometimes what other people think is tough is really not tough. That's just how they see it. It's not really tough, you know? Okay. Is your toughness useful on your journey, and if so, why? Okay, that's a good question. Is your toughness something you need to use on your journey? Yeah, we do need to toughen up, because I think lots of times we let people take advantage of us. Okay. And when we let people take advantage of us, we don't stand up for ourselves. And that's something I can't wait to go back and revise, because in the book we talk about the stumbling blocks in the book, How Does Your Garden Grow? And how there's 4 different gardeners. And I won't go into it deep, because I want to cheat you out the book. But we talk about the 4 different gardeners, and one of them is the doormat gardener. And I asked the question, which one are you? Are you the lazy gardener? Are you the doormat gardener? Are you the gardener that, I can't remember the other 2. I just can't remember, but those 2 that just came through my head. was the lazy gardener and the doormat gardener, and how the lazy gardener always takes credit for something the doormat gardener does, and the doormat gardener lets her do it, or lets him do it, whoever, whatever way you want to see it. But do you know when to be tough? And how does your toughness come across to other people? Should you really care to a certain extent? I don't know. I don't know if I would care to a certain extent. And it depends on who I'm talking to. I might come out that way that I'm being tough, but really I'm not. Okay. Let's see. Okay. So then one of the questions are, what are your values? What are your values? Okay. What makes you sad? What do you want in your life? Another question is, are you in control of your emotions? If not, why aren't you in control of your emotions? Because some of us are not. We gotta, dog, I'm sweating. Must be the drink. Are we actually in control of our emotions? If we're not, why not? Because some people don't know how to control their emotions. Nobody's taught them how to do it. And they haven't had any extra help to be able to do that. So that's something you have to think about. One thing that you can do, it says, write down your emotions in your journal. Make sure you have a journal, get a journal. Do not look at them for a day. Then go back and read what you wrote. Then write down how it made you feel when you reread it. Okay? So that's something you can do, some instructional things that you can do. Another question, because we just read about how do we treat ourselves and how do we allow others to treat you. And the question is, how do you treat yourself? Do you have a problem with accepting compliments? How do compliments make you feel? Do you believe in yourself? What do you truly want for yourself? And name 5 things you want for yourself and be clear. Make sure you're being clear. Okay. Another question is, ask your friends to tell you what they see in you, and then get them to name 3 things about you and write them down. And again, I said, if you use one of those erasable pens, you can erase it and you can get somebody else, one of your other friends, to answer that same question for you. And it kind of gives you a real look at how you feel about yourself. It really does. Number 7 says, do you talk negatively about yourself? Think of ways you can stop that. How can you stop talking negative about yourself? How can you stop talking negative? And I'm telling you guys, these are not hard questions. I wanted to make it as simple as possible because life is not as hard as we make it. It really isn't. It is simple. It's just that how do we think it? How do we put it in our mind? And then how do we interpret it? And then how we make it? How we interpreted it. I can't even talk. Is it the wine? How we interpret what goes in our heads and how it comes out. That's why it's good to always write something down. It's amazing how it's so good to write things down. Okay, let me see something here. How it's so okay. I just wanted to write things down. Okay. I just want to make sure it's there. I'm telling you, I have to look at everything. I'm sorry. I have to look at everything. So it's good to write it down so you can go back. Like I told you guys about my weekly journal, and no, it's not a weekly journal. I'm sorry. It's my weekly planner. Believe it or not, I use it similar to a weekly journal because I write down everything. I write down, I even use my little stickers that have the sad faces. I put the crying faces in there, and I literally put next to it what that situation was. Why am I feeling that way? I got mad about something. My package didn't come out, didn't come in or something like that. So I do that because that's my way of, I can go back through that planner and look through and see where my bad times was and how good things happen and when things happen or what appointments I have. I mean, that's important too, but I usually like to look at my emotions during that time. And my stickers signify how my day went. So if I talk negatively about myself, I can see why I do it, but I have to work on how to stop doing it. And it's a lot of self-talk. It really is. You need to really take time out and talk to yourself and say, you know what? I shouldn't have said that about myself. I'm not that bad of a person. I have some things I need to work on. I mean, those are things that you can say to yourself on a daily basis. And self-talk is the bomb. I don't care what nobody tells you about, oh, you shouldn't talk to yourself. Let me tell you something, you guys. I talk to myself. I do. I talk to myself all the time. If I didn't talk to myself, I wouldn't be able to do the things I do because it keeps me going. It keeps me organized in my mind. It lets me know when I need to step back. It lets me know when I said something I shouldn't have said, and I have to go back and say, you know what, I shouldn't have said that. I should have waited. I jump to conclusions on stuff. It tells me, wait, you shouldn't have done that. And I mean, you might think I'm crazy. You can. I take medicine for my craziness. Okay, I'm just letting you know I'm on medication. But I'm saying this in a sense, and the reason why I'm telling you this is because it helps out. And it was an article I read years ago because I thought it was something wrong with me because I love talking to myself. But what I found out was that when you talk to yourself, it keeps you organized. And I mean, I never stopped doing it. Okay. So it's good to do a little self-talk every now and then, not all the time. You don't have to do it all the time, but every now and then check in with yourself. Check in and see how you feel. You in a conversation with somebody, you're trying to figure out, is this person really, am I benefiting from this conversation? Should I be listening to this conversation? Should I say something in this conversation or just let the person talk? I mean, it's just little things that you got to pay more attention to that you don't. You take for granted a lot of things, and we all do. But we got to stop and, like I said, if you're on a journey to help yourself, to find your self-worth, a lot of things that you ignore, or a lot of things that you paid attention to, you might need to ignore. And then a lot of things that you ignore, you might need to pay more attention to. Those are the things that really, really we have to look at when we're on this journey of trying to find your self-worth again. If you've lost it, because sometimes, you never lost it. But there are people that have actually gone through things that they start to question who they are and what they are and where they belong and what should they be doing because of that life-changing event. Okay. It says, can you identify when you feel the need to speak negatively? Can you identify that time when you're about to say something negative about yourself? Okay. Do you know how to describe yourself to others without being negative? Can you say, and I think when I ask that question, I'm thinking like, when you describe yourself to other people, how does it sound? Do you use any negative words? When you describe yourself to other people? If somebody say, well, really, tell me a little bit about yourself. How do you do that? What do you say about yourself without saying something negative and being truthful about yourself? Can you do that? Can we actually do that? It makes me think. I have to really think, what can I say about myself that won't sound negative? Well, I think I'm smart. I think I'm intelligent. I think I'm a good listener. I think I'm a good communicator. How else can I say? I'm a good problem solver. And all those things are positive things about myself. Can you do the same about you? Without having to really think about it. Can they just flow off your tongue? And If they can't and you're hesitating and you don't know how to describe yourself, then you need to get in the practice of doing it. Stand in the mirror and tell yourself. Talk to yourself. Again, I told you, self-talk. Self-talk is very good. So when somebody asks you that question, you can tell them, just rattle them off. This is how I see myself. Those are the good things about me. Then somebody says, they like to say, they'll say it as your weakness. What is your weakness? And my weakness, and your weakness doesn't even have to be something negative. Your weakness could be something positive. My weakness is that I'm loyal to people who not necessarily always loyal to me. A weakness I have also is the ideal that I can be very naive, and I do the benefit of the doubt with some people. Another weakness is when I should be angry about certain things, I'm not angry about them. That's a weakness, because some things we do need to be angry about, or we won't say anything about it. We'll let it pass when we should have stood up and said something, but we allowed it to happen anyway, or we allowed someone to say those things to you. So those are the weaknesses that I could have, okay, about myself. If you guys might think it's easy to come on here and do this, it's not easy. It's not easy at all, because I'm bearing me to a bunch of strangers. There's only probably half of the people on here that I literally know, okay? But a lot of you guys I don't. So I'm bearing myself to you guys, and you don't even know me. So this is tough to do. But I like to talk. I'm in radio. So talking is something I love to do. So you use that. I can use it to my benefit, to feel that I can talk to you guys about me. And be honest. Be as honest as I can. Because sometimes you can have flaws and not recognize your flaws. Or you can be in denial of your flaws. And a lot of us don't want to look at that. We don't want to look at the ideal that we're not this thing or we're not that thing. We don't want to look at that. We want to ignore that. When reality is, you need to look at all of you, the bad and the good. You have to. I know one thing I do that's real bad for me is that I jump to conclusions on different situations when I should have waited. I sometimes talk too much, even though I talk for a living. I sometimes talk too much. Let's see what else about me that I'm just bleeding, just revealing this about myself. I can be very sarcastic, and I can be so sarcastic that it hurts. Not me, but the person I'm being sarcastic with. I can hurt people's feelings, even though I don't mean to, but I do. Those are bad things that I consider bad things about me, and those are things that being sarcastic sometimes can break the ice on certain situations. In certain situations, it's negative and it shouldn't be used. But the other things, I should be able to work on them, right? I should be able to change how I react to things to make me do those. Anything that happens that I do that make me feel or say the things that I do say. And I can work on that. That's something I can work on without a doubt. And I need to. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh my God, I don't do that. And I don't talk that way. No. It's not even in me. I've been through too much to even have that attitude. I'm not in denial, okay? At all. So, So again, if you want a copy of this book, you can go on Amazon. I advise you to get both books, okay? I advise you to get an erasable pen so you can write in this book. And if you want to change something as you go through it, you can change it. And you can do that by erasing, okay? You can go on Amazon because right now, I think Amazon is where they're at right now. This is the only place. Or you can order one from me. That's all I'm telling you. Now, if you order from me, there's a discount to it. If you order the books from me, there's a discount. And if you're interested in doing a group order, you let me know how many you want, and there is another discount where you and your little group can sit down and go through the book together and actually do the workbook together and discuss in the workbook. Okay? So just let me know if you want to do it that way. Like I said, you can order from me. You can inbox me on You Can't Clip My Wings Facebook page if you're interested in doing it as a group, or if you want to get both of them yourself. Or you can just go to Amazon and order them off of Amazon. Okay? If you want an autographed copy, let me know, because I could do that too. If you have a radio show and you want to talk to me or interview me, let me know, and we can definitely do that too. Okay? I'm going to close out because I know you guys have something better to do on this Saturday. I want to first of all thank you guys for hanging out with me on my YouTube channel, on my Periscope, and on You Can't Clip My Wings Facebook page. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I hope what I've said to you encourages you to want to be nosy and buy the book. I told you it was coming. It's here. You can go on Amazon and check it out, or you can order them from me. Okay. I want to close with a pledge. Okay. Let's see what my pledge says. Okay. The pledge is in the back of it. I was wondering what I was looking for. It's actually in the back of the workbook. Oh, here we go. Okay, we're going to end with this. I would like to leave you with a pledge that you can tell yourself as you go forward and continue to work on your self-worth. Okay? I, Salita B. McCall, have decided to put a hedge around myself to protect my well-being, my emotions, and my sanity. I will put myself first without feeling as though I don't deserve it. I will check on my own, the healthiness of my emotions in all situations. I will step away when needed to ground myself. I will tell myself how important I am to me. I will either accept or change anything about me that I am uncomfortable with. I will comfort myself and I will give myself time to heal, think, love, and cry, and not feel as though I am not deserving of it. I will demand respect, and I will not be deviled by other views of me. Devalued. I'm not saying that right. Devalued. I apologize. Let me say that last sentence again. I will demand respect and not be devalued by others' view of me. Okay? That is the pledge that you take when you finish the workbook. Okay? Now, let's say, hold up, let me see something here. I think it was something else. No. Okay, and then in the back of the book, there's some exercises that you can do, like meditation and all that. So it has a portion in here just before you do the pledge of some exercises you can do. Now, I want to talk about the last words in this book real quick. And it's an easy read. It's not a lot to it. It's really not. Now, these are the last words in the book. When you lose a part of yourself in the midst of a life-changing event, you search for ways to gain it back. Sometimes it can be easy. Then there are times when you want to just forget it. You don't want to get out of bed to face another dreadful day. You stop living and loving. You avoid people and situations. You stop eating, smiling, and just being part of the moment. It's scary and confusing because it's unfamiliar territory for you. Others have been down this road before, and sometimes it can still be hard to swallow. I want to leave you with this. Love yourself through this roller coaster of life. Put yourself first. It's not about being selfish. It's about being here in the moment, living every day of your life, making a difference for you. Always remember, you are loved. All right? So, again, you can go to Amazon and pick up the workbook and the book. Okay? I really enjoyed this. If you want a copy of the book, you can ask me, inbox me, and I can give you I can get you a copy of both these books. If you want it signed, let me know. If you want to do these books in a group, let me know. Okay? And we can hook that up for you. You let me know how many people that's going to be in your group, and we can do this together. I will be doing probably some webinars on it because I really want to delve into this. And it was the whole purpose behind writing this. And I hope and pray that some people can be helped in these books. I definitely hope you can be helped because I do want you guys to understand how important you are and how you are loved even though you don't think you are. Because I know it's many of you out there who feel like you're not loved. You are loved. If nobody else tells you that, I'm going to tell you that, okay? And I want you to be able to tell me that too. And I have to believe it, and so do you. You have to believe that people really feel that way about you. The world is not always dark and ugly. Your world can be whatever you want it to be. The world on the outside doesn't matter unless your world and the inside is together, okay? So I'm going to leave you guys with that. In Search of You on the bookshelves in Amazon right now. Okay. Check it out. I want to say thank you for spending this time with me. I loved it. I hope somebody got something out of the little parts that we did write. That I did read. Guys, you know what? I'm stammering, and I know what. Let me stop. I'm stammering. I hope you enjoyed the music and the background. I hope everything was fine with you. I'm going to go eat. I know you guys saw the pictures. If you're on Facebook and You Can't Clip My Wings and you saw my little spread, it's a small spread, but it looks good. The food is good, okay? Wish you could eat it with me, but you can't. No, just kidding. But that was just my celebration for my book launch. And I'll be doing this again. I can guarantee you I'm going to be doing this again. And you guys, I didn't give away any prizes because nobody hit me up to let me know let me see if I got any comments. No, I didn't get any comments. People liked what I said, but there was no comments. Let's see. Oh, Brendy watching with you. Great. I didn't see that. Great. Let me see if I got any comments. Okay, it's actually in real time. Okay, Miss Brenda E. Johnson. Okay, so Miss Brenda E. Johnson needs to inbox me her name and her address because I got something for her. Okay. Anybody else? I got 2 more prizes I want to give away. Anybody else? Come on here. Let me see you. If I can see you on my Facebook page, if I can see in the chat room, definitely I got something for you. Thank you. Okay. So, anybody else, because I'm getting ready to go off, you can hit me up afterwards if you want to get a prize from me from our little party. I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me here. You guys have a wonderful rest of the weekend. I got work to do. I just thought about all the stuff I still got to do. But like I said, if you want to hit me up, get the book. You guys go on Amazon. I am on Amazon. Check it out. Or let me know if you want a copy. If you want to do a group thing, let me know. I don't mind. You want any radio interviews? Let me know. I don't mind. Okay. So you guys have a great night. Bye-bye. Check it out. Or let me know if you want a copy. If you want to do a group thing, let me know. I don't mind. You want any